Imagine a giant solar panel, not on a rooftop, not on a desert, but floating thousands of kilometers above Earth, collecting sunlight every single second of the day and sending electricity back to the ground. It sounds like a science fiction, right? But scientists are actually working on this right now. This idea is called space-based solar power. The concept is simple in theory. Place huge solar panels in the space, collect energy from the sun, and beam that energy back to the Earth wirelessly. But the reason scientists are excited about this idea is because of one simple fact. Solar panels in space are far more powerful than solar panels on Earth. You guys already know. On Earth, solar panels have many problems. At night, they produce no energy, clouds and weather reduce the efficiency, dust and pollution block sunlight, and the angle of the sun changes throughout the day. But in space, none of these problems exist. There are no clouds, no night cycle if the satellite is positioned correctly, no atmosphere to block sunlight. That means a solar panel in space could produce energy almost continuously for 24 hours a day. And that's what makes this idea so powerful. Now you might be wondering, how do you send electricity from space to Earth without wires? And scientists have a plan for that too. Scientists plan to convert the electricity into microwaves or laser beams. These beams would travel down to a receiving station on Earth called a rectenna, which converts the energy back into electricity. This may sound dangerous, but the power density of these beams is designed to be low enough to be safe for aircraft, bats, and people passing through. In fact, microwave transmission of energy has already been demonstrated successfully in small experiments. And right now, several countries are already researching this technology, including the United States, Japan, and China. China has announced plans to build experimental solar power stations in space, which has already begun testing wireless power transmissions and lightweight solar structures. Some research centers are even planning systems that could eventually generate megawatts of power from the orbit. Japan has also been studying this idea for years and has successfully transmitted power wirelessly over large distances in experiments. So it is not just a theory anymore, it is slowly becoming real. But here are the challenges that needs to be overcome if you want to make the theory a practicality. Building a solar power station in space is extremely difficult. First, the structure would have to be enormous, possibly kilometers wide, to generate large amounts of electricity. Second, launching that much equipment into space is very expensive. Third, assembling large structures in orbit requires advanced robotics or astronauts. And finally, engineers must ensure the power beam is accurate and safe at all times. These challenges are huge, which is why this technology is still in experimental stages. Despite these challenges, many scientists still believe space-based solar power could play a major role in the future. Why? Because Earth's demand for clean energy is growing rapidly. Fossil fuels cause pollution and climate change. Nuclear power has safety concerns. Wind and solar on Earth depend on the weather conditions. But solar power in space could provide continuous clean energy day and night. Some experts even believe a network of